On July 24th this year at around 7:35 am, heavy clashes erupted between Thailand and Cambodia along their contested border, marking the deadliest violence between these two countries in over a decade. The fighting began near the Prasat Tamuantom, an ancient temple complex located at the Surin Odar Myanmar border. This happened right after a Cambodian drone was spotted over Thai positions, leading to a tense standoff that escalated into live fire and artillery duels by mid-morning. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who chairs the ASEAN, said he appealed to leaders of both countries for an immediate ceasefire, stating on Meta that he welcomed the positive signals and willingness shown by both the countries to consider this path forward. The United States, China, Australia, France, and the European Union also called for an immediate cessation of hostilities, protection of civilians, and a peaceful resolution. The United Nations Security Council, or the UNSC, has prepared to convene on the crisis after the Cambodian minister Hun Manet sent a letter urging the council to intervene and to stop Thailand's aggression. Building up to the fighting was a landmine blast on July 23rd at Chong An Ma, which injured 5 Thai soldiers during a patrol. This heightened Thai security concerns in a region already fraught with tensions. The landmine explosion was the immediate antecedent that triggered the Thai escalation, but the actual firefight began after the UAV sighting or the alleged troop movement on 24 July. Thus, the mine blast is better described as the precipitating event after the UAV incursion dispute. By July 24th, exchanges of mortar, rocket, and small arms fire spread to 6 major areas: the Prasat Tamuantom, the Prasat Takwai, the Preah Vihar Temple, the Chong Bok, Chong An Ma, and Chong Chong. Now, Thailand evacuated around 40,000 civilians from 86 villages, while Cambodia saw almost 5,000 residents flee the Odar Myanmar province. The confirmed toll included at least 16 deaths, with 15 civilians and 1 soldier on the Thai side, and 1 reported death and 5 injuries on the Cambodian side. Now, the older evacuees who lived through the Cambodian Civil War of the 1980s described this bombardment as the worst they had ever seen. However, also let's not forget that these clashes are not isolated events. They are part of a broader deterioration in relations between these two countries throughout this year. On February 13, 2025, Thai soldiers stopped Cambodian tourists from singing their national anthem at the Tamuantom, causing protests. On May 28, a firefight in the Emerald Triangle killed a Cambodian soldier. By June, Cambodia banned Thai fruits and vegetables and later restricted Thai fuel and media imports as bilateral tensions continued to spiral. Simultaneously, Thailand plunged into domestic turmoil when Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra was suspended on July 1st after leaked calls with Cambodia's former Prime Minister Hun Sen, where she referred to him as uncle, revealing remarks which were perceived as undermining Thai sovereignty. These also triggered nationalist protests in the country. Now, Thailand and Cambodia share a complex relationship shaped by centuries of warfare, cultural entanglement, and colonial interventions. The Khmer Empire, the medieval precursor to the modern Cambodia, once dominated large parts of what is now Thailand, including the regions where many of the disputed temples stand. By the 14th century, however, the Ayutthaya Kingdom, the predecessor of modern Thailand, rose to power in central Thailand, pushing the Khmer influence eastward back to present-day Cambodia. Now, these historic shifts set the stage for the later border tensions. During French colonial rule over the Indochina, the Franco-Siamese treaties of 1904 and 1907 attempted to clarify the border between French-controlled Cambodia and Siam, now referred to as Thailand. However, these treaties remain at the heart of today's disputes. In 1907, a French-produced map placed the Preah Vihear temple on the Cambodian territory, even though Thailand argued that the natural watershed line should define the border, which would place the temple within the Thai territory. Now, this map and differing interpretations of it continue to fuel the tensions between these two nations. In 2011, Cambodia returned to the International Court of Justice to seek clarity over the Preah Vihear area. In 2013, 2 years later, the ICJ ruled that Cambodia had sovereignty over the temple and the immediate vicinity, instructing Thai troops to withdraw. Thailand partially complied but rejected further ICJ intervention, leaving the surrounding areas under continued dispute. Now, this conflict is particularly intense around the Preah Vihear temple and the Prasat Tamwin Thong because these ancient sites are not only cultural and spiritual treasures but also hold significant strategic military value. The Preah Vihear, an 11th century Hindu temple, sits atop a 525-meter cliff in the Dang Rak Mountains, offers a commanding view of the Cambodian plains, while the Prasat Tamwin Thong, an 11th century Khmer Shiva temple, lies at a ridge line critical for controlling border routes. Both these temples symbolize national pride and historical legacy for Cambodia and Thailand, making them focal points in the assertion of territorial claims. Now, as of July this year, Thai military engineering units have begun mine clearing operations in areas such as Chang'an Ma and Hua Bon under intermittent Cambodian fire. Cambodia denies new mining planting, attributing these devices to legacy conflict zones. But Thailand alleges that they were recently placed and actively working to remove them. Now, meanwhile, Cambodian engineers are reinforcing the access road to Preah Vihear temple, strengthening logistical and strategic control over the site. Soldiers from both countries remain in a tense standoff near these important temples, following rules that keep heavy weapons at least 20 kilometers behind the front lines, as per the ASEAN meditated guidelines. Now, border trade is fully restricted, and although no new large-scale battles have been reported since 25th July, the risk of renewed violence remains high as both the sides continue military posturing around these disputed temple zones. Now, both Thailand and Cambodia are predominantly Theravada Buddhist nations. Approximately 93.4% of Thailand's population and approximately 97% of Cambodia's population practice Buddhism, adding a layer of shared cultural identity that contrasts sharply with the ongoing violence over sacred sites that should symbolize unity rather than conflict. Now, the 2025 border clashes illustrate how colonial era maps, nationalist politics, and the symbolic weight of ancient temples intersect to fuel modern conflicts. Without comprehensive dialogue, demarcation agreements, and regional cooperation, these disputes risk erupting repeatedly, threatening regional stability and the livelihoods of thousands living along the border. The story of the Thailand-Cambodia border conflict is ultimately a reflection of how history, memory, and geopolitics intertwine, and how the past remains alive in the present, shaping national identities while perpetuating cycles of conflict in the shadows of sacred sites. This is all from us today. This is Garima, and you are watching The Asian Chronicle.